So I've been sitting here running comps because when I'm on the phone with a homeowner, I know they like to throw up the smoke and mirrors and try to pretend like their house is more than what it's worth, as if I would be uneducated calling them for no reason. But running comps is an essential part of the whole real estate game, determining a fair market value and what your property is worth. And so I wanted to talk about how exactly I do. For me, you might do something different. If you do something other than what I do, then politely share that. I'll be very, very appreciative. So before I even get started, I'm looking for other comps within the area. I'm going to collect all the relevant details about that property before I begin evaluating it. So I'm going to look at what is the property type. Is it a single family home, a condo, or what? I'm going to look at the size, square footage, the number of bedrooms, and also the number of bathrooms. I'm going to look at the lot size, especially if it's important, because a single family is much different than the condo. I'm going to look at the location, because the neighborhood, school district, and the proximity to amenities is even more important. Then I'm also going to look at the condition, because I need to know whether or not the property has been renovated or is it still at its original condition. I'm going to look at how old this property is, because something from the 20s is not going for what you think it is, right? The second step of it is finding comparables within the area. So I'm going to look at properties that have recently sold in the same area that's similar to your property. Okay, I'm not just going to guesstimate anything. You can find this. I find it on the MLS. It's more accurate for me. I'm not going to really go to Zillow. I'll look at it maybe while I'm on the phone, but I'm headed to the MLS for up-to-date information on what properties have recently sold. Online real estate platforms like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, etc., whatever, they cool and everything, but I still got to do my math because it got to add up. I'm also check the public records, because I have to make sure that whatever is worth it has already been officiated within the public records. The third thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the right comparable. So like selecting the comps to consider what of the following, like the proximity, ideally within the same neighborhood or within a mile's radius. Unless it's like probably out in the mountains somewhere, I'll consider like more, like maybe 3 miles or something. I'll consider it because of the distance. But I'm also focus on the date that it was sold. So it has to be sold within 30 days or 3 months or 6 months based off of the market's conditions. I'm also look at the characteristics of it, like the similar sizes of these other ones, the age, the lot size. I'm trying to compare as much information as possible. Once I begin running the comps, I'm comparing the bathroom, larger lots, the pool. I'm adjust the price to reflect the difference. I'm doing a complete analysis, because analysis is the name of the game. I'm analyzing the data. So price per square foot, right? I'm going to divide the sale price of each comp by a square foot to get a price per square foot. I'm going to compare this across all of the comps. I'm going to take the average sales price and I'm going to calculate that average sales price of these comps. And I'm going to use this as my baseline for me to determine the property's value. I'm going to adjust all of the outliners, of course, like if there's a property sold significantly more or less due to some unusual circumstances, maybe it's distress, foreclosure, or, delinquent tax or something. Like, I have to consider all of this in order to exclude it or to adjust based on these calculations. I have to make sure it makes sense. My final valuation is going to determine the range. I'm going to establish a low, a medium, and a high range based on the comps that I have gathered. The estimate market value is going to be a determining factor, because I'm going to place your subject property. I'm going to place this property within a range, adjusting it for unique features or conditions that might affect the marketability. So then I'm going to consider all the trends, all the market's trends. I'm going to consider the supply and the demand. So I make sure that I know how long is it going to take to sell the property. Because in the seller's market, prices might trend higher than recent comps. In a buyer's market, they might trend lower. But It's all about the market's dynamic. So I'm gonna consider whether the market is appreciating, is it stable, is it depreciating, and I'm gonna use all of this. I'm gonna use all of this to determine my price for you. I'm gonna use the best professional tools like real estate CMA software. I got to get the best of the best because I'm a real estate agent. I'm going to be using my CMA, comparative market analysis tools, that offers more refined data and analysis in order to determine the the rate, the price. I'm not an appraiser, but I would definitely advise anybody to consult with a licensed appraiser for any additional findings. Like if you're comparing a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 1,500 square foot, I'm gonna look for the similar properties within a mile. So within the last 3 to 6 months, within similar square footage, number of bathrooms, and bedrooms. And if the comparable house sold for 300,000 and it has slightly better upgrades than the subject property, then I would advise you to adjust the estimate slightly lower, like around 290,000, 295,000, simply because I want to make the offers competitive. Whenever people are coming with offers, I want there to be some competition. Running comps is both a math and science, so the more that you practice, the more accurate it is. So anybody who's doing it, if you're doing it any different, let me know. Let me know exactly how you do yours. But that's how I do mine.